I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good evening, and welcome to King Dolphin TV episode 212.5. I decided the grandkids just left, and I just figured I wanted to do something tonight. It may even be just like an hour or so, but I figured I wanted to do something. And we're still doing tomorrow. But I just wanted to come out here and see which of the pod is going to come out and have some fun here. And we'll see. Yeah, and I know my producer, Sandra's here, and I know she's extra exhausted after all she had done the cooking and stuff like that. She deserves a round of applause. Yes, she is getting a round of applause from me. So let's see. Now that I've opened up my tracking sheet. Yes, King Dolphin TV, we are always working high technology. Oh, wow. 80 people here. Wow. Let's see here. We got... Check something. Hold on a second. My producer just sent something. Yeah. Hello. Let me just make sure I track everybody. I've got Dalek. Hello, Dalek. And we've got the Disney. Oh, hold on. This is last. Okay, Disney Sheepherders here. We've got Admiral Teague, and so we got Admiral Teague, we got Disney Sheepherder, we've got the Exterminator. Ooh, I like that. Exterminator. Dalek 451, and we've got Legatus Legion I. Yes, great. And for those in the pod panel, I put a link out there, and I'm going to send one more link out to someone if I've got his Twitter. Let's see. All right. Okay, and let's see. Let's see. Let's get something. And hello, Legatus Legion I. The first one, the last one out. And as I wait for that to scroll, and we got the Dalek out there. Yes. Grandkids left, and I had they gave me and and decided I wanted to come on and just see how many people I can get here, and so we can have some fun. It's not going to be a long one since tomorrow is the Sunday episode. Legatus, yes, the grandkids exhausted both of us, mostly me because they both of them just gave me the runaround. Hello, Admiral Teague.
Hello, how are you?
Not too bad. Welcome to episode 212 and a half.
I can't wait to find out what we're cooking. Did everyone see the great victory by the New York Jets yesterday? The feed in New York showed them losing, but I've been told by people in other cities that they actually won the game by quite a lot.
Yeah,
the NFL usually hijacks the feed and shows us an Xbox simulation where the Jets lose. Everyone knows they're undefeated. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Just sort of like a prelude to tomorrow's big episode, and just thought I'd come on and see who all came on and join me for a short just cause.
Well, very happy that you chose to let me accompany you, and hello to everyone in the pod. I've shouted out a few people, but I see Captain Fandom Nerd is here. Hello, my friend, and hello again to Disney.
I am looking for a Captain Fandom Nerd on my thing here, and I'm gonna ping him.
If you want, I can send it to him right now.
Oh, no, I got it. Okay.
It'd be great if you came out and hung out with us. Come out and play, Captain Fandom Nerd.
Yes, and Dalek, as Dalek always has the link. Okay, we've got let's see. Whoa, Nighthawk's here. Nighthawk's here. Jim's here. Wow. Boy, you open up a stream and people just start coming on board. I love it. I love it.
I can make everybody mad right now. You ready? It's called the Admiral Teague effect.
James
but I will tweet this out so that people can know about it. I usually do anyway, but hey, like I'm
okay. Well, thank you. Let's see.
Of course, you guys are really good hosts and have been really kind to me. So,
all right. And I want to put Captain Fandom Nerd out there. Okay, and then yeah, this is not going to be the long one. Come on up, Dalek. You know, you got the link. Come on up. Let's see. So we've got in the okay. Yeah, it was a fun time with it was a fun time. I arranged with a coworker to have us come to visit her farm. She's got a wonderful farm, 70 acres of beautiful property. And she's got turkeys and horses and pigs, and my two granddaughters were having an absolute blast.
That sounds like the farm that my dad took my dog to when I was 10. He was pretty old, but he's really happy there, and he's got lots of friends, but I can't ever see him again.
Okay. Let's see. John Mendel's here.
And I would just quickly point out, all you Rush fans, it was very mean of Geddy Lee to point out where his uncle's secluded home was and ruin that whole thing with Red Bichetta. Very, very poor form, Geddy.
Okay, let's see. Did I miss anybody? No, I got Teague. Snorter Poopa sends out for emergency eclair deliveries for the kitty table. Yeah.
Is that brown bison? Is that very expensive?
No.
Hello, Captain Fandom Nerd. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. As I was telling people, and as Sandra was saying, because Dalek said, let's see. Dalek said, okay, where's Dalek's comment? Yep. This is out of nowhere. Hi, Raymond. Hello, Dalek. And Sandra said, yeah, this is a spur of the moment show. Granford kids just left, and he decided he wanted to see if anyone was around. Yep. And hello, Legatus Legionii. And okay, now that people
Hey,
come
how you doing, Captain Fandom Nerd? What's up, pal?
Oh, I'm just recovering.
on. From how bad was your food coma?
Oh, not that.
Oh,
I have a broken arm.
ouch! How did that happen?
I fell in the parking lot, walking back to the car.
No, was there a lot of ice or?
No, it was. I just tripped over the little bumper thing that is in front of the car,
No,
and yeah.
you gotta hate when that happens. You just gotta hate when that happens. All right. Let's see.
Had to have surgery, so yeah, yay.
Just at least it's set. They set it, and Snortapoopa says, I was almost not around. If I hadn't taken one last peek at Tweety Bird, I would be in bed by now. Oh, great. Snort. Let's
Hey
see.
guys, I just want a
Yeah.
quick announcement. Everyone's invited to the 500 subscriber party tomorrow. It's the second one. It's the third one. Third time we've hit 500, and we're hoping that during the celebration, just like the last two, YouTube will kill off all the bots, and it will become like the 400 sub celebration, because that seems to be how this works.
Is this for yours?
Yeah, I thank the 50 people and 200 bots that joined my account yesterday. Subscribed to my channel yesterday. Please check and
so
make sure
that's
you're
what
still
I gotta do.
subscribed. If you're just, oh yeah, no, I'm blowing past 500. What is this cap? 4 times now?
Yep.
This will be the third time, right? So when it comes back down, it'll be fourth. So I think instead of celebrating 500, we're going to celebrate 2,000 because we've passed it 4 times.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's like Battlestar Galactica. It's like, I got a sub. Nope, it's a Cylon. Shit.
Okay.
Why
So
can't
let
it
me
be
go
America 6 at least if I have to have Cylons?
back. All right. Let's welcome.
Hey, John Rendell.
Hey, John. All right. Let's welcome again people who are here. We've got Nighthawk. Hello, Nighthawk. We've got Disney Sheepherder, Jim's Landscape, and I think that's everybody from here right now. John Rendell's going to hang in the chat because he's not going to stay there too long. My co-host, $451 is out there. Legatus Legionii, not quite the first one in tonight, but I caught everybody by surprise. And of course, I know Pudgy's not here tonight, so we're not going to do the full entrance. He'll do it tomorrow. He'll do it tomorrow. What? What, Teague?
That was my British damn.
Yeah. No. We're going to have Pudgy tomorrow on the Sunday show. Pudgy's going to do the full introduction. So don't worry. We'll have that. But for right now, we're just going to bring in the hardest working, the baddest bear in YouTube. Start up a pass! Cuba. I locked the door. The other two aren't here. I told them to be here on Sunday. So you'll get the full effect. But you got me. Great show. Don't scream! Hello, Dalek. How are you?
Finally, I followed the wrong link. Followed the wrong link 3 times.
Oh dear.
I got the Twitter. I got the Twitter chats mixed
Oh,
up.
okay. Oh, okay. Did I send the wrong one in the Twitter chat?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't send the wrong one.
Okay.
Wait, I know you put one in the pod group chat, right?
Yeah. Yes, I
And then
did.
you didn't send one to me you didn't send one directly to me, did you?
No. I just sent
No.
it to the.
Well, that's where I went wrong. I went wrong.
Oh,
think
you went
I
to the
was
one.
looking-
Okay.
I went to the last link you sent me directly,
Uh-huh.
not to the one in the.
Gotcha. All right. So, again, this is a short one. Probably run about an hour or two, just to see what's going on out there.
Raymond,
And
every time you say that this is a short one, I have to like bite my lip and mute my microphone because I have like the jokes just ready to go. You know, I live in Queens.
well, hey, you can do it. Let's get those jokes going.
Here we go. That's what she said, Raymond.
Yeah, we still gotta get you a rogue, get you on the rogues gallery of the kitty table.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. That's you aren't anything. I mean, you think the I can't even say it. The Necrocomicorn, whatever. I still can't.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, that one. You think that's something? You ain't any. You are nothing unless you are at the kitty table.
Oh yeah, I know. And like I leveled up a little bit since last we met. My powers have doubled. I have a Fet for Hire logo now.
Okay.
You're nobody till you have that Fet for Hire logo.
Indeed. I want to bring up the key table thing just so it's ready. Key table. Okay. And okay. Oh, we got Necronomicon. Yeah, Snort. Thank you. And we got
I've also heard it's called the Necronemnon, which is a little easier on the
on the tongue. Yeah, it
is
doesn't
actually, yeah.
doesn't dislocate your tongue.
I call it that effing book from that movie.
Let's see. We got Phantom Outsider is here, ready to. Hey, Phantom, ready to. Let's see. And Snort started. What does a Dalek do when there is something he doesn't want to do? Procrastinate. I like that. I like that.
Straight away.
Isn't it great that now in the new Doctor Who, if we do a musical episode, Davros will be able to dance as well? Who's excited to see that, right? I can't wait.
God.
What great news. Hey, come on. Why should Doctor Who get off easy? Look what they've done to our Star Trek.
I've got one thing to say about the new Doctor Who. I haven't even seen it yet, but I've got one thing to say. Do you think that says it all?
I think so.
I'd say, yeah.
You just spoiled the end of Oppenheimer, but yeah.
No, Oppenheimer. The ending of Oppenheimer is you look at the water near Tokyo and you see bubbling start.
It should be like a double feature. It's like Oppenheimer followed by Godzilla 1954.
Yeah. Hello, Stark of Iron. I'm working on stuff for my late show Sunday, but I'll listen in. I played your commercials, Raymond and T. Thank you. And hello.
Best commercial. You win best commercial. That was good.
Huh?
You may have won best commercial. I watched all the commercials last night. You had a really good one.
Hey, Fet for Hire made that. That
You
was
probably
Fet for
had the best one. That's why they were so similar.
Let's see. Let me mark Stark of Iron. Okay, so Snort of Poopus did the first entry to the kitty table. I want to get a proper entry for a snort. Ah, yes. The helmeted snort. The helmeted snort. Let's see. Yeah. There you go, snort. First into the kitty table. Disco Davros. Forgive me, Dalek 451. Yeah.
Shouldn't we call him Dancing Davros from now on?
Ugh.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see.
You know, the craziest thing about Doctor Who is that they messed up so bad that you figured it was over forever. Then they came up with a fix that we didn't expect, and before the surprise that it seemed like they had fixed it and fixed it right, they're like, "Oh, by the way, after the fix, we're going to go back to the same terrible thing that had us all messed up in the first place."
They're saying, "Psych, we gotcha."
Yeah. We're going to double tap the franchise. Once wasn't enough. We saw John Wick.
Yeah. Let's see. Snorter Pooper says the Jets lost on purpose.
I haven't,
Two porpoises. The Dolphins beat them.
Yep.
I haven't actually.
Go ahead, Don.
I haven't actually seen the new special that aired tonight. But going off what I've heard, it sounds terrible.
The dumpster fire.
Yeah,
I think what happens was they made Niter and Davros into the same guy. Like Davros' right-hand man and Davros.
Why are you going on about? That was over a week ago. The Davros thing.
Guess what? That and the Jennifer Lawrence joke are never going out of style. Sorry. Talk to David Chinball about that one. I didn't create the situation, buddy.
Okay, moving on here. So of the 4 pies, look at it saying, so of the 4 pies, how much is left? And she comes back and says, half of a pumpkin, half of a knife, apple, and 1 slice of chocolate. Ooh. Yeah, the pumpkin was great. Sandra makes great pies. And for those who remembered the Cooking with Sandra episode, 1 loaf of bread was eaten, and the other we gave to a friend of Raymond's. She let us go to her house to see her animals. The girls loved it. Yeah. They saw all the horses, and they saw turkeys. Oh, my God, those turkeys were awesome. I'm going to put in a dib for next year. Give me a turkey, please. Let's see. The guy says, I thought I told a putty tat. I did tell a putty tat. A big white and round bellied one. Snorter Poopets. Okay. Yeah, Doctor.
I'm sorry. Can I make another announcement? I'd like to announce that we will be having 2 celebrations tomorrow. The 500 and 600 sub celebration, where we will be celebrating all the bots that join the channel. Oh, my God. It's not stopping.
You've got 600 bots? Wow.
385 of them are absolutely real people. But since the last show, we've gone from 385 to 600. This has happened before.
Oh, wow. And not enough to get monetized.
This time, who knows? What happens is if say like, you're doing really well, and like 8 or 9 people join like in the same minute, like you have like a minute like that, that might start feeding something, and some of it will be real. But then the AIs that control all these bots will send these things to your page, and we'll see what ends up happening. Last time it was 225 subscribers, and then 75 of them turned out to be real, and I had to pick myself up, dust myself off, and go out and earn a subscriber a day just to unbend that deep curve in my in my social blade because it hurt my pride.
Well, I'm stuck at. Hold on, let me figure this out. So I'm still holding at 186 to go.
Everybody, hit those like and follow buttons for our pal King Dolphin TV. And you know what? The good news is the 385 people I have and the people that you have right now, we know them all. We interact with them all. So I'm not worried about going below 385. I'm excited about the possibility that maybe as many as 30 or 40 people might have joined, but I'm not counting my chickens after what happened last time.
Okay. Snorta Poopa says Necronama. Oh God, not that Necronama corn. Oh God. Here we go.
It's
or
zombie candy corn. It's candy corn, but zombified.
Or Necronami Nami Nam. Ooh, yeah. Nom nom nom. Let's see.
Now let someone bring up the Septuagint and we'll all be messed up trying to pronounce the names of these obscure books.
And if you're so inclined as the tip link. Let's see.
But by the way, I'm curious, who thinks this? If the show is like Loki or Doctor Who, does it matter when the episode aired? Because it's about time travel, right? The episode's always aired like just now. It's always about to start and just ended, right?
That's true. Or as Klobby would say, if it doesn't exist, does it exist? I love those lines. If it doesn't exist, does it exist? I don't think it exists.
I wish the current iterations we're seeing of Loki and Doctor Who didn't exist. But,
I have yet. Well, I don't get Disney Plus. I will not waste my money on that. The most we did was we got Hulu, only to watch the Orville.
It's not on.
You know what else is good on Hulu?
It's not on Disney Plus. It's not on Disney Plus over here. It's on the BBC iPlayer.
Oh, okay.
Here it's on Disney Plus.
It's on the BBC iPlayer like normal here, but it's on Disney Plus pretty much everywhere else.
I think we have the option of watching some Doctor Who on Disney Plus. To be honest with you, I've come to loathe going there, even though it's free. I feel like it's a waste of money. And wow, I mean, the way they're still able to whip up excitement for next big thing. The review of Loki 1 did 1,700 views in a day. Loki 2 took a week to get to 200.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just one episode to the next. But that picked up another 40 subscribers, so I had to stay with Loki, and it became like this lodestone around my neck. I was like, wow, which is going to be dumber, the new Doctor Who or the new Loki? They're about the same now as far as quality.
Wow. So how you been?
Loki might be unfixable. We saw that there's a way to jumpstart and fix Doctor Who. Hopefully they'll do it again because just like, oh, wow, I was really dreaming. It was 2 dreams deep. We'll keep doing it until we have Tom Baker wake up and be like, oh, wow.
That would be cool. But Tom Baker doesn't, he got to be careful. He may age out.
Oh, you just say that something happened as he was transmorgifying, right?
Let's see. John says mail pies to John and turkey sandwiches for a week. And Fountain Outsider says, what's really funny due to the stupidity of the wokeness, they did not want some in a wheelchair to be evil. So apparently only able-bodied individuals be evil.
Well, I think we all remember when FDR was able to walk around, he was very, very evil, and then he lost the use of his legs, and he had 4 terms as president. So it must be true, right?
Mm-hmm. Are they vampire bots, fruit bots, or what? Let's see. Oh, Matt G. Alias Taylor Swift. Alias Taylor Swift greater than Disney. Proliferator of super chats yesterday. Go ahead. Dalek.
I was just saying that For me, I didn't. For me, at first, the whole thing with Davros would have been fine because it would have been fine if Russell T Davies hadn't run his mouth.
Mm.
Because no, seriously, in my opinion, it would have been perfectly fine if he just kept his mouth shut. Because it's because that short that they did that they did with him for Children in Need, that could have easily been before Davros had his crippling injuries in the Khalid Thal War. So,
You're right. They've got all of time to work with, and they chose to do this anyway.
But again, it could have been so easily explained to say, oh, this is before that happened. But no, Russell's just like, no, this is what Davros is now.
Right, Faye.
But no.
Are they trying to pass this off as like multiversal Davros, and like we might get Davros 1 back, or are they like committed to this? Nope, this is real.
Right, Faye.
And then even before that, he was like, this short is supposed to be taken seriously but no, there was nothing serious about it. It was obviously meant to be a comedy skit for Children in Need.
All I know is that we thought Doctor Who was back, but it was
really Hey, let Dalek finish. Go ahead, Dalek.
But again, before it aired, Russell was just like, no, this is fully serious. It's not a comedy skit. But yeah, it was a comedy skit, not with how freaking dumb it was, and how horribly forced you were trying so hard to make loads and loads of jokes, and the goofy music you played from the moment David Tennant stepped out of the TARDIS. But how is that not a comedy skit?
You sound like me after watching the musical episode of Strange New Worlds and Captain Phantom Nerd. We're like, how did they let this happen? It could have at least been a dream.
Exactly.
I was gobsmacked by the level of stupidity that, like, I was the quiet one at the end of that one, and Captain Phantom Nerd was like, couldn't it have at least been a fever dream? And I was just like, what the hell just happened?
Right. I haven't seen that one yet. We only got to the episode where Khan met up with Kirk.
Connie? Yeah. Oh, and they kill Bruce Campbell
and they kill
in the past.
And they kill Kirk. I'm like,
did you notice that? Did you notice that they were staring each other in the eye? And he went in there and kissed her, but he didn't ask first. And a minute later, he was dispatched. Yeah. Words aren't just violence, but thoughts now. He committed thought crime. He thought that her looking him in the eyes and opening her mouth and moving in was an invitation. And he opened his and moved in. And damn it, he went 51% over the line. It wasn't her choice. And he had to be. The ultimate price was paid.
Yeah.
That is basically the whole series. I think you're one short of the best episode of the series. They had one Trek-worthy idea where the asteroids made people dumb, except Spock, who was slightly less dumb. And in the only episode that had a Trek-worthy concept, while still stupid, Spock was the smartest person in the crew for a minute.
Okay, I just checked out. I'll wait. Pete, I just yeah.
What are you talking about?
Strange.
It's a television show, yeah.
Yeah, Strange New Turds.
I call it Strange New Lows, but yes, we have the right idea.
Yeah.
That stupid show.
Yeah. Like I said, I've only seen 2 episodes. No, I saw 3. I saw the first episode
has no dialogue, so it's not too bad, right? He just rides around on this horse in the snow, and you're like, okay, nothing happened, that's fine.
No, I don't.
And there's another
Go
thing
ahead.
that happened. And there's another thing that happened that I'm definitely not well. I guess I have mixed feelings about, but is the BBC. The BBC finally did something I think they've been meaning to do for quite a while. They canceled Top Gear.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Well, I
One of the-
haven't seen.
easily one of the best shows they had, and now it's gone.
Oh,
Didn't they slowly strip away the more popular hosts for like weird
Well-
non-woke stuff? Like, didn't one guy make
Well,
a comment
they-
about the angle of a bridge and get hit with like a racial firing?
Well, what I'd no.
How many of the original hosts were still left?
None of them. They all left.
Okay.
Well,
So was it
well,
really
Jeremy-
Top Gear?
well,
You know what I mean?
Jeremy Clarkson was fired for what happened for some altercation he got into. He apparently punched someone. I think it was like a member of the Top Gear crew or something who said something to him he didn't like, and he just punched him, and then he got fired for that. And then Richard Hammond and James May, once Clarkson was fired, they left the show too because they couldn't, because
Right.
no matter how much they might act like they disliked each other, they were a team. And so wherever Clarkson went, they followed him, and that's what led to them going over to Amazon and doing the Grand Tour.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Okay. John Rendell said, let's see. They don't exist now. They don't exist now.
That could be
John-
true about I think that's from the Strange New Worlds episode, right? Isn't that the line from the Strange New Worlds? I think it is.
So Captain Hook can't be the bad guy because he lacks a hand.
I don't
Dr.
think he was
Lovelace.
the bad guy in the last one, right? He was just the misunderstood guy.
Yeah. The Dr. Lovelace can't be the bad guy because he's a little person. Ooh, yeah.
Or
Yep.
Dr. No, because he has no hands.
The true villain in well, I'm not going to go further with that one. I don't want YouTube to start smacking me around.
No.
Here's my here's my hot take. You ready? The true villain of It's a Wonderful Life is George Bailey. Mr. Potter had a much better town. It had bars and burlesque places and strip clubs and pool halls on every block. I mean, maybe I would live in Bedford Falls, but I'd be in Potterville every Saturday night.
Hello, Comic Relief Crusader. Hail my blowhole. All right.
And hello, Captain. Good to see you.
Let's see. Can't be the villain because she's reality challenged and female and short. Okay.
That didn't help Carrie Fisher in The Last Jedi. There were no heroes in that movie. Everyone was a villain.
Yeah. Dr. Y. Strange New Worms. Yep.
A lot of people use that one.
Dr. What? I like John. Dr. What the heck was that? North says,
Yeah, indeed.
Dr. WTF.
Yeah,
Doctor, when does it end?
that's what I'd like to know.
It's like people always said, we wish Douglas Adams had written more Doctor Who. Well, it didn't quite work out the way you thought it was, but this is as silly as Douglas Adams for darn sure.
And hello, Captain Finity. How are you?
Hello, greetings, Captain.
Let's see. Okay, got that done. Okay.
Mike, the answer is no, unfortunately. I don't think it's in the cards, buddy.
Remember in the news special, they said Donna won like $150 million and gave it all to charity, trying to be like the Doctor. If she was trying to be the Doctor, she would have created a foundation.
Wait.
Cannon bombed Batman too. Batman is now.
Well, at the end of that is true. At the end of the what was the name of his last story. It was The End of Time, I think it was called. David Tennant's last story. Before, he was doing this little tour of seeing his old people he'd met and all these old companions, and the last one he did was Donna, and he anonymously gave Donna a lottery ticket, and it was he'd been to the future and saw what the numbers were, so it was a winning ticket. So she was guaranteed to win. She was guaranteed. And you're saying here she's given she gave away all her money? Seriously?
To charity. Of course they got to do that.
Isn't it true that most lottery winners end up bankrupt within 5 years? So
That
that's
is true.
true life, right? So
Mhm.
there's truth in that one. It's just not very amusing.
No. He said, Phantom Outsider says, if she invested the money at a modest 8% return, that's $12 million a year, minus 25% taxes, $8 million a year, to give to charity in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Where is Mir Pudgy when we need him to figure these things out? Doctor, when will we get? Go ahead, Dalek.
So are you telling me that Donna is basically she's like back where she was, like living with her living with her family because she's got no money?
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. So
I don't know the details because I didn't watch it myself. I just let it pass me by.
That's probably best, Dalek. Doctor, when will we get quality Doctor Who back?
I'm sure. I bet my parents will watch it because they're still for some reason into this nonsense.
Doctor Split Infinitive. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Shouldn't this version of Doctor Who be considered medical malpractice? I like that. I like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, what's this one? Doctor, oh, no. Wait, okay. Doctor, oh, no, not again. Ha! That's a good one. Oh, no, not again.
I still can't believe they managed to undo all that damage and everyone was feeling good for like 5 minutes and they turned around and they're like, oh, you know what? Once wasn't enough. Let's see it all over again. What were they thinking?
I mean,
somebody thought up a way out of it, and then they blow up that bridge. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dalek.
When did they? What are you talking about? When did they undo the damage? They never undid it.
I think the part where Tennant appears and says that none of it ever happened kind of was a good job compared to what you had with the Timeless Children being canon. It didn't have to stay canon. It only became canon when they repeated it and doubled down. And that's still only in the press. So maybe we could hope it's a trial balloon.
Good point.
I mean, apparently Davis straight up said that he wasn't going to get rid of it because he's old chummy with Chimballs.
Let's see what it's like in like 25 episodes from now when he quits in frustration because he can't write around that problem, and the next guy brings back some other retired doctor and just pulls the same thing. It's like, oh wow, I had a dream inside of a dream, but this time it's real because I see the little talisman I left, like in that movie with Elliot Page.
Apparently there was a rumor going around that the entire Whittaker era was going to be like set in some kind of some bottle universe or something created by an old villain that they apparently brought back for this special called the Celestial Toymaker. But
like
I don't
said,
believe
they seem
that.
to have it. I think they had a viable solution and they let it slip through their fingers. That I can tell you for sure. We know because we saw them actually managed to pull off a clean reset that had even the most cynical people somewhat excited, and they very quickly just like, oh, what, you guys bought the Doctor Who franchise so you could make new Doctor Who? Oh no, this is the Shooter McGavin production company. We bought it so we could burn it down and piss on the ashes.
Yeah. Apparently they would start the numbering of the seasons fresh. This is actually going to be the start of a new season 1. whatever.
That's
stupid-
kind of-
Buffering. Am I
They
buffering?
tried that
can
in
you hear me?
Star Wars. You sound okay. You did robot just for a moment, but you're fine
Okay.
now.
All right.
I did.
No, me. Everything kind of froze.
Dalek, technically you're always roboting, right? But no, your sound was fine, buddy.
Snorter Poopa says the adventures of Dr. Huh and the Retardus. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that word, Snorty, because you know the
Yeah.
YouTube. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, Carla Burton is here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Carla. Hi.
Hey, Carla, how you doing? Go ahead. Go ahead, Dallas.
You know what I need to do? I really need to see about using Gary's mod to make my own Doctor Who videos.
Oh yeah,
At this point, how could it not be at least as good, right? You should do that,
That's
man.
true.
Good luck with that.
yeah. That
By
is
the
true.
time you're up to your third story, you'll probably be starting to exceed what we have, and then you can just keep working on it. I have faith that you could probably pull that off, man.
Yeah.
I just need to learn how to edit videos. Really.
Oh yeah, that's not something I'm planning on doing. I'm going to keep the low effort style, but maybe someday someone will do it for me. But yeah, editing is a bitch.
Yeah, it's a yeah. I mean, that's what's really really gets me. That it's just the editing is a big daunting, taunting, time consuming task.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I congratulate those who can do editing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
understand. We have the technology for very easy editing equipment, but they just chose to make it the other way around, and it's really even more difficult than it was in analog days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, I like this one coming up. Carla said they put a chicken in and made it lame and gay. I don't think they did it that. Yeah. Dr. Voodoo or Dr. Voodoo. Stick a needle in it. Stick a needle in it.
Dr. Voodoo raising this zombie franchise for one more pointless, aimless walk around in search of a brain.
Oh, my granddaughter wanted to play Zombie Apocalypse with me today, and I'm like, wait a minute, aren't you too young to know about the zombie apocalypse?
It's like, come with me. Let me meet you. Meet my friend Deej Odyssey. You're gonna go online with him.
Let's see. Dr. Hound Dog, starring Elvis Presley and Buddy Holly as Davro.
Oh no.
That's a good one.
Will we just go with the Buddy Holly we have and just have like kind of like a overcooked meat popsicle, like in like a wheelchair, like yelling exterminate?
It's not okay. Let's make something very clear right now. It's not a wheelchair. It's a life support system.
He doesn't need that. I just saw him
It's
standing
still-
around and dancing. I don't know what you're talking
Keeping-
about. Davros
it's
is fully ambulatory.
Easy guy. Okay.
No, I
Go
know.
ahead.
He's like Vader in that sense. Exactly.
It's
Go ahead.
It's the life support system that's keeping him alive.
Hmm.
He's like real old, and he's done something to his DNA, and he's no longer what he started it out as. And it's it's kind of like Vader.
I mean, the whole point of Davros's design originally was to make him look as Dalek-like as possible, because he's the creator of the Daleks. He made them in his image. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna fix and change the Daleks into more human-like form anyway, aren't we? Aren't they more like C-3PO now? And I think that they said they're going to combine the Daleks and the Cybermen into one race to get out of paying that residual, and that they can now use them in every episode. So I think we're looking at 10 straight episodes.
They don't own the Daleks. The nation.
I know,
every
but
nation
that's why they want to. Right. So what they said they're going to do is combine them with the Cybermen and make them into Cyber Daleks, and they won't have to pay anymore, and that'll just be fine in a money-saving move. It's just a rumor. Hopefully, it's not true. But hey, musical Star Trek was just a rumor too, right?
Yeah, and don't remind me about that. I don't want to remember that at all. I don't think I'm going to ever watch that episode. Musical episode.
I heard they were going to give the Daleks a rest for about a year.
I wish they would talk to the rights holders about laying off for a year and then doing like 2 episodes the following year. They're like, listen, we'll pay you anyway, but we want to get off a clean season and just let people like reset their thoughts about the Daleks. But English copyright law seems to have handcuffed them.
Dalek, what is the issue with the Daleks?
Well, by all accounts, the BBC doesn't actually own the rights to the Daleks. The Daleks were originally created by a guy called Terry Nation, and he was the guy who wrote the original Dalek story, and he wrote from in 1963, and he also wrote Genesis of the Daleks and probably quite a few other things. So by all rights, he's the actual owner of the Daleks, not the BBC. And since his death, his estate owns the rights. Not still. So whenever they wanted to show the Daleks in Doctor Who, they had to pay. I think they had to pay a royalty fee, some royalties to the estate, so they can use them. And I think
the other side of the coin is they must use them every year at least once, or they lose them. To which I say, where are they going to go? Just be like, no, we're not using them this year. Maybe we'll buy it next year. Go ahead, try to sell it to Star Trek.
Yeah, right.
Where would they go? Like, I don't have a show called Daleks. You know what I mean?
I don't know if this is actually true or not, but I heard that's pretty much spot on. They're obligated to use the Daleks at least once a season, so they can keep using them. That's all.
So the best example would be Gene Roddenberry creates the Klingons, but I don't think he creates the Romulans, if I have that right. So imagine some sort of rights issue where we had to keep seeing the Romulans at least like once every 5 episodes, no matter what, and how that would tie your hands and really start to drag you down after a while, and you'd start layering on contradictory traits. Because we saw a Dalek destroyed by love. That was pretty dumb.
You mean destroyed by love?
When they found the last ever Dalek, which turned out not to be the last ever Dalek.
The Rose Tyler.
Yeah. And she was nice to it. And they're like, the love is good for everyone. Not a Dalek.
That was a bit. I think you're misinterpreting it there.
No, I saw what I saw.
We didn't. No.
Here's what I saw.
No.
I saw.
No. It wasn't about love. It was.
I guess I got confused when the Dalek died and Doctor Who said love killed it. That threw me off.
No, they didn't say love killed it.
That's right. What they said was, Rose said, well, love can't hurt anyone. And he said, except a Dalek. And then it explodes. So that's why I got the misimpression. No. Please tell me what really happened, though.
Rose didn't say that.
Yeah, it
that's
did.
Not what Rose said.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Tweet out the link and we'll all see it then. I'm sorry. That's how I remember it.
Okay, let's move on. Before we start a war here. Snort said, I had a weird dream last night. I was on a plane about to land to Auckland and then realized I had forgotten to bring my money, baggage, and my passport. Oh, my.
My gosh, I hope everything works out. That sounds like a real pain. At least you didn't fly to North Korea. Could have been worse.
Yeah, that's true. We had more family over. They got here early, wound up leaving earlier than expected. I've gotten more comfortable with editing, Stark of Iron says, to the point I'll have bumpers and commercial breaks, probably even after Friday night frolics parties. Oh, nice.
Someone just volunteered to be the head editor for Saving Star Trek. Congratulations on your promotion, engineer.
Yes. Let's see here. let's see. Sanders says exactly. Those stupid writers have no clue that it's his life support system. Okay.
Exactly. It's his life support system.
Yeah.
It's when after his accident or the explosion that injured him, they came up with this travel machine / life support system to keep him alive because Davros was despite him being whatever kind of man he was still an incredibly the most intelligent man on the planet. So they needed his mind for the war effort.
Mm-hmm.
So they came up with this life support system / travel machine that kept him to keep him alive, so they could still use his intelligence.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the other things about it.
And that travel machine is what Davros based the Mark III travel machine on, and that became the Dalek as we know it.
Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
brilliant foreshadowing when we saw Davros in what was the base of the Dalek thing. But I'm just curious, who came up with the life support wheelchair first? Star Trek with Captain Pike, or was it the Daleks? So 67 or 66 is Pike.
Pike would definitely have been earlier because that was in the 60s and Genesis of
That
the
was
Daleks.
season 1.
That was in early
Yeah.
1970. That was 1975. Genesis of the Daleks. So about 8-9 years earlier for Pike.
Oh, okay.
Well, we've seen borrowing go back and forth. Certainly, Star Trek is guilty of sort of co-opting the Daleks with the Borg. So, when they were good, I didn't mind when they cross-pollinated. But now that they're both terrible, it's almost like an afterthought. And Doc, I'm sorry if I didn't remember the end of that particular Doctor Who episode correctly, but I think in a meta sense, you'll agree with me. We've had a couple of real turds due to the mandatory use of the Daleks. We could have just moved on to another story, but we had to stop over it, go back in time to Skeros and confront Davros or whatever it is we had to do. Just some of them weren't that great.
Snorter Pooper says the whole franchise is on life support now, and the beeping is getting fainter every day. And
You're right.
it sounds like
talking about several franchises.
And it sounds like 25% different all over again.
Star Trek is now 125% different. I just want to point that out. They didn't set out to make it that much different, but they're that bad at writing.
John Rendell says, Dr. Twinkles. Even I cringe at that one. Take care, John. Take care, John, and see you tomorrow. Okay.
It really is a shame that these franchises we all love weren't taken better care of. Think about it. All of us, Dalek will probably agree, it was a dream job to him one day. He just said he wanted to write Doctor Who. At one point, it was a dream job for me that I would be asked to write Star Trek. Now, if New Trek called me up, we want you to write a script, I'd be like, first thing is payment up front. Second thing is I want an alias. I can't have my name on your garbage, but I'll take the money. I would take the money.
Hello, Tom Nuz. Welcome. He says,
Hello,
hey,
sir.
everyone. Hope you are doing well. Well, welcome. Hope you subscribed. You're a newbie. You're a new person here. We're always glad to have you here. And please like and subscribe and enjoy the festivities. This is only the prelude till tomorrow. Normally we do just because on Saturday, but because I thought I was going to be later than I was, and ended up being earlier than I thought, I figured I'd come on for a bit and do a prelude for tomorrow. So welcome. He says, beep, beep.
So all 12 of you watching, way to go.
Yeah. Beep, beep. Okay. Snort says Pike was 64. That's true. Star Trek was 65. Yeah.
No, Pike
66.
in the chair. Pike in the chair
66.
is 67. Okay,
66 or
right.
67. Yeah.
Right. I think I think it might be both because that episode airs. It could have been the week before and the week after New Year's because it's episodes 8 and 9. I think are Menagerie because they fell so far behind on production, they were about to have the same fate as Space 1999. So they did what they had to. Like, I don't think that they were thrilled about using the cage, and I don't think the cage is Star Trek. I think the menagerie is.
Yeah. Let's see. Tennant and now acknowledged he was the 10th, then wore a bow tie, was a Scotsman, and was a woman. So they didn't fix anything. I don't. Yeah, don't ruin my Tennant for me. Don't ruin my Tennant.
Phantom Outsider, thank you for the information. Now,
Legatus says the Daleks were created by Terry Nation, designed by BBC designer Raymond Cusick. They were introduced in December of '63 in the second Doctor Who serial, colloquially known as the Daleks.
Correct.
So
That's
Captain
correct.
Pike is based on the Daleks, not the other way around. We got to the bottom of it thanks to the
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Legatus. Snort runs around in confused circles and bumps the snoot.
I think that's
You drank
some of what was in
I
Lindsay
think
Lohan's
think that's
purse,
going
Snorty.
a little. I think that's going a little far, though. Saying, unless you were kidding.
Wait, I just credited your favorite franchise for doing
What,
something
the,
for my favorite franchise with
okay.
Doctor Who. if
Okay.
that's what you mean.
Fine.
Did you think I had it the other way around? I'm literally saying that Doctor Who did that idea first based on that information from the chat. So
Hi,
I retracted
Carla.
what I said. Yeah. Hey, Carla.
Hello.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Glad you can make it.
I mean, by your logic, it sounds like you're saying Pike was based on the Daleks and Davros was based on Pike.
No, what I said was, what year was it? We got one answer, and I said, "Ooh, well, that would mean that then the Daleks
Well,
were
what?
after
Okay.
Pike, and that he had the let's just use the term for a second, wheelchair life support system first." And then we found out that no, in fact, even before the cage, so 1963, because I think the cage is 64, we had Daleks more or less like the ones we have now. And so that means that Star Trek didn't go first. So what I did was maybe this is something a lot of YouTubers don't do. I corrected myself, apologized, retracted what I said, and corrected what I said. I was in fact incorrect because I didn't know.
Yeah, Doctor Who started in 1963, and the Daleks appeared in the very
Dead Planet.
Very second Doctor Who story, and the first episode of it was called The Dead Planet, and that was still the same year, still 1963. So yeah.
Okay, we've got that settled. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, that was just a question. I wasn't disputing anything. I was actually asking, and I'm grateful to the chat for filling me in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how you been doing, Carla?
Oh, okay. I had a very interesting evening the other day.
Oh.
I was having, because my husband's gonna have to have chemo soon.
Oh.
So in about 2 weeks, maybe.
Oh.
And his lymphoma has just it's really treatable.
Okay. I'm still gonna put a KB out there and ask the chat to do a KB. But go ahead.
Sorry, it's my iPad annoying me. Yeah. So I was getting really, feeling really funny. Like my heart was racing, and I'm like, I think I have high blood pressure. And so I kept checking my blood pressure because I've got a machine, and it's going up and up. And then I said to my husband one day, I'm like, look, I'm going to take myself to the hospital or the emergency place because my blood pressure is just so high, and I don't want to have a stroke or something like that. And so I went to the emergency place, and I got seen immediately, and then and I had an ECG and everything, and then I saw the doctor, and she's like, okay, so you have anxiety. And I'm like, what? Are you sure I'm not going to have a heart attack? Because I feel like my rash. She goes, no, you're basically almost getting panic attacks, and you have to find ways to deal with. Because I'm like, because in my head, and I'm like, so basically, you're saying my body's calling me a liar because I'm like, no, it's fine. You know, it's very treatable and it's very, high success rate of treating and all that sort of stuff. And then, and then she's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die of a heart attack because I'm so like, I don't know, because I'm so stressed out. And she's like, no, you have anxiety. I felt like such an idiot. She said, no,
Oh,
you're not an idiot. And I'm like, hey,
Carla, it's because you're really mentally strong and you didn't let it affect you. So it just came out in a physical manner.
Yeah.
You're one of the most even-keeled people I know. So,
Yeah.
we're all hoping for the best in this one. And obviously our prayers go with it. And, but yeah, I've had like one panic attack in my life. I felt like I had a lit cigarette in my back pocket. I'm like, oh damn, I must have put that cigarette in my pocket. I'm like, wait a minute. I stopped smoking 2 years ago. What the hell's going on? And I'm like, maybe I should go and jump in the shower. And I was like all flushed and red. And I looked down and my heart was pumping out of my chest. And I'm like, I guess I am nervous about this new job I'm starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And-
But the thing is, like, in my head, I'm like, you know how you talk yourself? Well, I like to talk myself out of stress or whatever like that. But she's like, no, you have to acknowledge it or something. Like, so I burst out of tears, and after I cried to this doctor, I'm like, I felt like a lot better, but I didn't feel like I needed. But anyway, that's what being a woman is all about, you see.
Oh, okay. Nort says, basically, the dolphin got caught in a chronic hysteresis and arrived before he left. Okay. And thank you for the message. Let's see. Hello, SP4H.
Hey
How
there.
are you doing?
Hi.
How are you
Thank
doing?
you, thank you for the lovely, kind thoughts and prayers, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. Let's see.
Looks like we have confirmation that Dalek was as correct as I had acknowledged
Mhm.
there in the chat.
First was Davros, then Pike, then Ironside. The great trio.
I remember that. Yes, I barely remember that.
Ironside.
Yeah,
It was
the
after
lawyer
Perry
who's
Mason got hit by a car.
Yeah, Raymond Burr. Yep, Raymond Burr.
He was in a wheelchair, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, at least the character was. I don't know if Raymond Burr could walk or not, but the
Oh,
character
yeah, he
was
could
like
walk.
okay,
He
so he was a
could.
wheelchair-bound genius. Was he an
Detective.
independent lawyer or was he a prosecutor? He's a
I think he was a
detective, but he was like
detective.
a prosecuting lawyer, right? He would also.
Yeah,
No,
No,
you're
that
right.
was
Yeah,
Perry-
as Ironsides,
Perry-
he was only a cop. You're right.
right. Perry Mason
Boy,
was
we
the
ever going
defense
back,
attorney.
right? Perry Mason. How much of that is in black and white, right?
I think all of it was.
And
Wow.
and some of the next show is in black. I don't know if Ironsides was always in
Ah.
color, but there's a time jump there, right?
God, these guys are amazing. Snort says he was either a police commissioner or a chief. And if Snort says it, you can take that to the bank. If Snort or Legatus bring up this, their researching skills are awesome. You can both take that to the bank. Snort, give yourself a double dose of chum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nice work.
That is a double dose of chum. Okay. Oh dear. I got to show you this meme. I saw this meme. This is awesome. My granddaughters love their horses.
Do they?
Yeah, they didn't know they were going to see horses. They went to my my teammates' farm, and 70 acres, lots of animals.
Oh my goodness.
But they had horses. They had horses, and they went bananas. It was great.
Lovely.
Yes,
That's
it was grateful. Oh, let's see. Oh, come on. It was there. Oh, wait. No, it's a. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's start the season on the right notes.
It's that time of year again. Don't forget to.
Don't forget to hang your mistletoes.
That's great.
Oh dear. Yes. Now we can start with the with the Christmas memes. Sandra says one horse was huge and the girls loved him. Yes, his name was Samson and he is 2,500 pounds.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness! Isn't that a car?
Yeah, he was heavier than the Explorer that we went to.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? What? Bad Bear. You forgot Doom Patrol's The Chief. Oh, yeah. And X-Men also 63 from X-Men. True. So, okay, so that makes you wonder, which came first, Professor X or The Chief?
Ooh, that's a
Exactly.
good question. And by the way, I did some research here for our friend Carla, just so she would be more familiar. Did you know, Carla, that 70 acres is 28.3 hectares? So I converted that into metric for you.
Oh, thank
Wow.
you. We actually do
Oh.
both here in New Zealand. We
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sell
Yeah.
a property and like they'll say one or the other, and in brackets it'll have the other. But if someone says 2 acres, we prefer to think in acres, not hectares.
Oh, okay. Cool. Legata says the series revolves around former San Francisco Police Department Chief of Detectives Robert T. Ironside, Raymond Burr, a veteran of more than 20 years of police service, forced to retire from the department after a sniper's bullet to the spine paralyzed him from the waist down, resulting in the reliance on a wheelchair. Oh, yeah.
So basically, he's like Monk, but physically messed up instead of mentally messed up.
Yeah. Legata says Chief was out a month before Professor X. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
no real overlap. It's kinda
Okay,
like a
Carla.
wheel.
So Carla had to step away. Hello, Wes Cagle. How are you, sir?
Hey, buddy.
How are you doing? All right. Okay.
Did you ever notice it's these little unexpected off the cuff shows that seem to sometimes do the best?
Yeah, that's true.
And people are still hanging in there. Good
Yep.
to see everybody. Tweet out the stream and let everyone know.
Yes. Well, we did. Lenrod's here. Lenrod, you got the link. Get your butt up.
Thank you for another like, everybody out there. That was really sweet of you. And anybody listening who wants to tweet out the stream, I already have. But if you want to do it to amplify the signal, a larger pod would be a better pod.
Yes. Lenrod, you got the link. Get up here. Yes. Thank you, Wes Cagle. Thank you. Let's see here.
By the way, I'd just like to announce for everybody I have 613 followers now. And
all right, I must confirm this. I'm going to go onto YouTube. Yes, I'm going to do that.
Real. They're not real. It's a bot swarm. I'm putting on too many too fast.
Let's see. That sounds like a Thanksgiving dinner. Whoa.
My Thanksgiving dinner, I double forked it. I have family in the same town in 2 different places. I had 2 different Thanksgiving dinners and I went crazy eating at both of them. But yeah, isn't that nuts? So my sub count doubled overnight. Hopefully 10% if it's real. If I got 30 people in one day, I'll be pleased as punch. This is
hold on. I gotta show this, guys. So okay,
be part of the fastest fake growing channel with the most interact with half of the people who are real on my channel. Go ahead and join. It's just
there you go, 613. Yeah.
What's you know what? It's gone up so high that maybe, just possibly, I'll still be monetized when it readjusts. That would be interesting.
Okay, Sandra. Okay. You ate 2 Thanksgiving dinners. I cooked 2. Yes, congratulations. Thank you,
Aw,
Sandra.
Sandra, that's real dedication too. What a sweet
Yes.
hostess.
Yes, she is.
Next year, I'm
Used to
coming
dr-
by to get the leftovers. There will be nothing left for you to have to put in the refrigerator. Admiralty is a human food disposal. Like just shoveling it in, man. Shoveling it right in.
Okay. Phantom Outsider says, oops, 3 months. It was June, Doom Patrol, September for X-Men. But doubtful Kirby copied as he was doing 4 titles a month at the time.
This
That's
seems to
true.
be like the wheel, right? Like several different cultures in different parts of the globe simultaneously came up with the idea that round things roll, and that's a good idea, right? It's like the Doctor Who idea was, the Davros idea is kind of something that might be starting to be thought of in technology. It's like one day, people who can't be as mobile will have like these motorized, life support systems where they'll be able to get around, and it'll be like a game changer for people with injuries. That was probably being discussed.
Yep. Let's see. So Wes Cagle says, so you managed to crack the golden 500 number again.
I just cracked 600. We're going to hit 7, and then we're going to go back down to about 390. You can stick around, guys. It's going to be fun. I think what we're going to do is count down in reverse on Sunday, like a New Year's Eve party, because like this is not real, guys. It's not real, but it's a great fake day, and I will be greeting all the fake new people at a very special fake member stream that will happen outside of time in a pocket universe, so no one will miss it.
Hello, aka West Cagle. He says, here, have another like. Nice avatar. A little, okay, is it
Wes
My Little Pony?
Wes Cagle by any other name is just as cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
I like your avatar, Wes Cagle. You've gone Pinkamena.
Is that who that is? That character?
Well, her name's well in the show she's known as Pinkie Pie, but her full first name is Pinkamena, technically.
Oh, okay. Is that My Little Pony or?
Yeah, it's My Little Pony.
Oh,
okay. Wow. Okay,
Wow.
so that's from the My Little Pony family. Thank you.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what that was. That was Pinkie Pie.
I have a question for the chat since they're getting everything right. What the hell kind of creature is Goofy from Disney? What is that thing?
I thought he was a great Dane.
I
thought
think
he was a
might
great
be
Dane.
a cow with gastric bypass surgery who got too thin.
Interesting.
I believe we were told that they're going to officially tell us what Goofy is this year, but I have a terrible feeling it's going to be they, them, Goofy is.
Oh, God.
We're not going to like what they tell us, is my feeling.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
You must feel
I
great,
refuse.
man.
I refuse pronouns.
Yeah, but you know what? You must feel great because with all these, storied franchises on the ropes, a person creating original works of fiction such as yourself, let's just call it what it is. This is a great time for what I would refer to as enterprising sci-fi writers to fill the gap. Fill that gap.
Yep.
People are not. The Orville showed people are looking to have that itch scratched. Quality, smart sci-fi is something people still love. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Right.
Are we getting into Simpsons stuff here with Wes Cagle?
Although the Orville didn't stay quality for long.
We got Lenrod.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. But okay, Dalek. Hey, Lenrod.
Hey, Lenrod. How are you, sir?
Yo, I'm here and I just ate a cookie.
Oh, you ate a cookie. Ooh. Did you have? Is it prime rib night?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I think what he's saying is in about 15 minutes he's going to be tripping balls. Is it that kind of cookie, Lenrod, sir?
Oh, if only.
Good to see you, pal.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. How you been, buddy? It's been a while since you've come on.
Well, here, there, working, getting fired, the usual.
Oh, fired.
Yeah, I got
Should
fired.
Oh,
Along with all 200 other people in the company.
Ooh, holiday layoffs.
That's terrible.
No, it's not that bad because everybody got immediately rehired the next day.
Oh,
Yeah,
Huh?
the owner of the company,
Context?
he's been real sick and he decided to sell the company. So they sold it to some holding company in New York. And then this company officially dissolved our original company and then reformed it with like another company that was in somewhere else.
no.
So like our
That
original
sounds
company
confusing.
ceased to exist one day and then we all got fired. And then the next day, the new company became the company and we all got hired to that one.
So that's what my broker was talking about.
Oh my goodness! You just made me dizzy, Glenn.
That is dizzying.
Wow.
By the way, sorry at least for the whiplash effect, because I'm sure there for a few hours you're like, what the actual F is going on?
No, I think I spent more time confusing them.
No.
They're giving the announcement and stuff. We have our meeting and they're like, okay, so this means we get to collect unemployment for about 15 hours, right?
Oh, so you made them start. So you started making them go into all the HR documentations. And, well, let's see. We gotta figure this out.
That would have been
That's-
great.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame that I didn't know that he was actually going to sell the company. I have friends with very deep pockets, so he could have bought the company.
That would have been cool.
It's like I can find investors. I work in that department from time to time.
Ah.
I own a percentage of some of the businesses here in town.
Oh, okay.
So when
Cool.
you come into my chat, should I still post the BitBuilt site for you, or is that no longer an affiliation? Because I like to promote my subscribers and people who come to my chat.
Oh, yeah,
I
always
have you on my shout sheet. I try to get to it as fast as I can, but I don't use Stream Elements because I've seen it mess up too many times.
Yeah, I keep promoting BitBuilt. There's great guys there.
Okay.
All right. If you get something else, though, please let me know so I can update it. And I'm glad it worked out. What a drag! I'm sorry it happened.
Yeah.
It just sucks I don't have my boss man anymore. It really sucks. It's like I know
Ah.
where I work, but I don't know who I work for anymore, and it really sucks.
Oh, don't. Yeah, you gotta hate that. Slaughter Poopa says, I'm still working on My Little Pony, The Knacker's Yard. A look at the dark side of the Ponyverse. Oh. Yeah.
They
Lenrod.
call that Rule 34.
You
Yeah.
can see a few things about that.
Lenrod, Pudgy would want to know what kind of cookie it was.
It was a classic button cookie from Quick Trip.
Okay.
It's like
Wait, so
kinda like
I asked you if
chocolate
you're going to
chips,
be
but
tripping in 15 minutes, and you said no. What is this quick trip you speak of?
it's like the best gas station in Wisconsin.
Oh, so that's where I have been to Wisconsin. It was pretty nice. It had a really bad mosquito problem, but I liked it there.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly normal. The mosquitoes, depending on where you are, they might actually carry you away.
Two of them
Yep.
threw me up against a soda machine and stole my wallet, but that's what a day in downtown St. Paul, right by the Mary Tyler Moore statue.
Yep.
Yep. I've been through Wisconsin over and over. It never ends. It's worse than Ohio.
Well, if you're going north to south, yeah, it never ends.
Mm.
East to west, it's a
Yep.
little more bearable.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone, but from my point of view, all other states seem to be a variation on Pennsylvania over and over.
I do gotta say this. I do love the UP. I do love the UP, and it does make going through Wisconsin to Minnesota from Wisconsin through
To
from the
Michigan,
UP.
you're talking about the Escanaba Peninsula over the lake.
Yeah.
Okay, that starts in Michigan, I think.
It's like, it is Michigan.
Yeah, it is
There's
Michigan.
a bridge. There's a bridge to it, I believe.
Yeah, oh god, I forgot the name of it, but it's long.
Very, very hazy memories of Detroit. I haven't been there since 1699 when I was talking with some of the Native Americans there, or as I call them, savages.
No, I took. Let's see. I lived near Marquette, and when we went to Duluth, Minnesota, Wisconsin doesn't seem that long. It's still pretty long, but doesn't seem that long when you're driving up north.
When I went there, what was going on was one state was extremely prosperous, and the other state was one was number like 3 in America for employment, like as far as the job market, and the other one was like number 47, and they were right next to each other, the same size with the same assets, and people were like, I'm so frustrated with this that I think I might even make a professional wrestler governor. And it was like the Jesse Ventura thing happened like right around the time I was visiting.
Oh yeah. Phantom Outsider said, so Lenrod went through a corporate reconfiguration.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, what Lenrod doesn't know is that in a corporate reconfiguration, everything on his desk work area has been shifted 1/8 of an inch counterclockwise.
Haha, joke's on you. I don't have a desk. Although
That's
that would
Smart's-
explain why I was getting bad run out on some of the gears last night.
Snort says, Upers, yep. Yeah, to the UP, eh? Let's see.
Oh, I'm gonna have another cookie. Oh,
Enjoy
nom,
your cookie. Enjoy your cookie.
So good.
Oh, yes. Sandra made, you missed cooking with Sandra on Wednesday. She made 2 loaves of homemade bread. We ate one of them and gave the other to the lady who owns the farm we visited today. She made pumpkin, 2 pumpkins, 2 apple pies, and they were all so good. And also she cooked not 1 but 2 turkeys.
Brutal.
Yes, I offered to smoke a turkey for today, but she said no.
Yeah, he didn't want you getting high.
Yeah.
Roll that big old turkey up in the biggest blunt you've ever did see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Colombian turkey this year, Mom.
Well, for Christmas, I'm going to smoke a brisket.
Be careful you don't burn your fingers. And I hear it's better out of a pipe than as a cigarette, but I've heard it's good stuff.
Let's see. Ugh, now I need cookies. Luckily, I have many choices, but I think I'll have some peanut butter cookie dough. Too lazy to bake them. I don't know.
Good.
Uh,
Who cares if it has raw egg in it? It's so good.
we decided it wasn't smart to have an open flame going for the few hours we were going to be gone. Sure.
Why has it done that?
That's why I had to put out the shrine they made to my neighbor who passed away in the hallway. I'm like, we can't have like 20 open flames outside this door.
Uh-huh. Well, somebody looks like the TARDIS sunk into the ground.
I don't know why it did that. And now it's stuck.
You know, you gotta love physics clipping.
Yeah. Wait, two things can't exist in the same place at the same time. That is a law of physics. Even I know that. Phantom Outsider says, remember, when you go smoke a brisket, wear a truss.
Isn't that basically the entire plot of The Alternative Factor, right? We've got 2 people trying to be in the same place at the same time for one not so great original series episode that was still at least funny though.
Okay. As soon as that boy goes down, I'll come back. Well,
we await you. We await your return eagerly.
Yes.
Take that boy down. Hoo-yah!
Uh-huh.
Lord, strike that poor boy down.
Okay.
Did anyone ever think that Ozzy Osbourne was going to outlive Eddie Van Halen by a long time?
No.
Yeah, I'm still kind of scratching my head over that one myself.
It all depends on the type of drugs you're doing. Ozzy did the ones that preserve you, like Keith Richards, whereas Eddie did the stuff that made you feel amazing. You know, coke.
When I saw Ozzy Osbourne, he was definitely on plenty coke. He had as much Bolivian marching powder as it would take to get the entire FAMU band high.
He must have did so many that it came full circle.
It doesn't. What's weird is it doesn't really show in the Black Sabbath music. It stays medium tempo, even though all of them become massive cocaine users in like the mid 70s and stay that way until the late 80s.
You just got to listen to how high a pitch that Ozzy is singing in.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder
how
if
he hit
he,
those notes.
sometimes you wonder if he got kicked in the between the legs before he did a lot of that singing,
I
It was
think
all
it's
the
Tony
drugs.
Iommi. I think it's
or
Tony.
or snorted helium, snorted pure helium.
I actually read an interview about that. It was when the brief period when Jason Newsted was playing with Ozzy. And he was trying to pull out some of the old Black Sabbath songs, like, yeah, play these on the show. And Ozzy's like, I can't sing these anymore. It's like, I'll just sing them back then. And he just said, drugs.
Lenrod, the last time I saw Ozzy Osbourne, Zach Wilde was tuned to D flat to make Ozzy's voice work, and there was no mid range in the show at all. It was deeply unsatisfying for the entire concert.
It's unfortunate, but the man is like 80 years old.
This was 10 years ago. He's been terrible for a while now. It's time to give it up. I've seen Ozzy Osbourne about 15 times, and I would just say, I guess his wife must be that terrible. He's like, oh, I'm going to go back out and work. And then every other word out of his mouth is, I hate the road. I wish I was at home. And it's like, well, I'm going to go back out on the road without Sharon. Sharon, let the man retire. He's made you enough money.
He even wrote a song about you. Come on.
Phantom Outsider says, actually, when you buy the pre-made, unless it says do not eat raw, you can eat the dough. Pillsbury pre-made are pasteurized. Then they try to market a separate, can eat uncooked, and charge extra for same. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenrod, what was the song? I'm just curious for Sharon.
Oh, Mama, I'm coming home.
Oh,
It's Lemmy. Of all people, Lemmy Kilmister wrote that.
Yeah,
Of all
that's
people.
true. He did.
Yeah,
And he had a
that
co-write on that.
floored me. Yeah, co-writing of Ozzy means that Ozzy allowed you to write the song and needs some of the money. I don't think Ozzy did any. I love Ozzy, but like, look at Mick Jagger. Every few years, he knows a new instrument, right? So, like, he's playing piano by 67. He's playing guitar by 75. He's really good at guitar by 80. Then he's the best harmonica and piano and guitar guy all around who still sings by like the time like 1989 rolls around. He's a virtuoso. Ozzy never really. He used to know how to play the harmonica and then like unlearned that from the first Sabbath album.
Yeah.
Wes Kegel says, I live in New Jersey and dump on the state all the time. It's a haul, but I'd still rather live here than New York City. No offense, Teague.
No, don't worry about it. My father lived in Jersey, in Union City, and that's a beautiful town. And New Jersey is very beautiful. And anybody who loves American history will love New Jersey because it's a little known fact, but most of the war for independence was fought on the eastern edge of Pennsylvania and all through New Jersey.
He says, I never live in New York anywhere south of Sarasota Springs or east of Lake Oneida. Oh, no, west
Lake
of
Oneida, right? Is it Lake Oneida?
West
or Oneida? I don't remember
Oneida.
that one.
I think it's Oneida. Oh,
To be honest with you, that's a bit far north for my tastes. But I
He
do
did
like the
ri-
city.
Go ahead.
No, I get why a lot of people have an impression of New York or don't like or don't care for New York, and I hear you. I hear you. You don't have to live here. Only I do. I do happen to like where I live. That's just how it is. For me, this is the place to be. But I get it. I get how people feel.
He did write a song about Sharon. It's called Crazy Babies. She's nuts.
I was going to say Self-Delete Solution from the first album might be about Sharon, like suggesting to her.
I actually thought it was Mr. Crowley. Or it could be Crazy Train. Crazy Train would be his better.
Mama, I'm coming home.
There we go.
Took me in a when you took me out, yeah, you had me hypnotized, yeah. Tossed and turn around like the fire in your eyes.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
In your face and everywhere. Every time I see your face. I love that. That song renewed my faith in Ozzy, because for a while there it was like the first 2 albums are 2 of the greatest albums of all time, and then he shoots blanks like 4 or 5 times, and he gets Jakey Lee's a little bit more grounded, and then Jakey Lee's gone and he's shooting blanks again, and I was like, what am I gonna get when I go see Ozzy? Because like it was just random. I saw him like twice in 1 week. One show was great, the other show he was like wasted out of his mind, just like screaming and shouting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Len says, play some Fade to Black.
I remember how to play it now. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm down a half step.
I went to a wedding in Poughkeepsie and summer camp in Yucca Lake. Does that count?
I believe Mel Gibson's from is it Poughkeepsie or is he from Peekskill?
I don't know.
He's from
Yeah, I believe that's chord progression.
now pitching for the New York Yankees, Mariano Rivera. It's better if you're not too exact, because the YouTube bot will sniff out the song.
Yeah, that darn bot anyway. So I'm trying to remember how to play it. I haven't played it in like forever.
I was stunned. A friend of mine played a only okay cover of a song, and when he put it on YouTube, YouTube identified the song anyway.
Yeah, that's happened to me. That's happened to me where I was playing. I was doing the drum cover for "Sunshine of Your Love," and I put it on my video. I put it on the video thing, and got copyright smacked.
Which
even though it's just the drums. Wow.
Yeah. That's it. The screwy
Were
thing
you
is like
playing-
covers all fall under fair use, though, so they shouldn't actually be able to hit you with a copyright thing on a cover.
I just made that up now, so it's not. We own that music.
Actually, that sounded like Boston's More Than a Feeling.
I don't. Well, see, I don't know how to play that, so
It sounds like a small piece of it.
If I take that any further, they'll recognize the song. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crossroads Part 2 with Lenrod and Admiral Teague on the 6 strings.
Yeah.
That's it. We have to like record like some kind of a track and see if we can make like an all Doomcock fans metal song.
Perfectly doable.
Give me time to either figure out the drum riff or the drum cover or a bass riff. I'm learning both of them.
I think it would need to be one of the Black Sabbath songs where they destroy the entire world would be something like suitable for that, right?
Yeah.
Harvey laughing spreads his tentacles. Oh Lord, yeah.
Sport says peak skill. Mel Gibson.
Peak skill, yes.
Peak skill, New York.
Isn't that a shocker? Mel Brooks is from Brooklyn, New York. That is in fact.
Mel Gibson from Brooklyn. Yep.
I believe that Laverne is also from Brooklyn. Not positive.
Ozzy's first 4 albums were fantastic. Blizzard, Diary, Moon, Sin. Even the 5th was good. Not a big fan of the rest, except a few songs. I only got his greatest hits. Love Crazy.
I'm trying to remember here. It's Blizzard, Diary, Speak of the Devil. What I'm not sure what Moon means. I'm not sure what that one means. I'm trying to. Oh, Bark at the Moon. Yeah, okay,
Moon, yeah.
That's good,
Yeah.
and that's Jakey Lee. So at that point, like faith is somewhat restored because even though it was much different, you're like, all right, this is pretty good, and you start to realize like he lost more than just a reliable bus driver when his guitar player got killed in that plane crash. We really lost. What do you think, Lenrod? If he had lived 5 more years, would people even be talking about Eddie Van Halen? They'd be like, "There's this guy, Randy Rhoads."
That's that'd be a very real possibility because Randy was so big on just keep it getting better. Like he got he had Guitar Man of the Year or something from a major magazine at one point. When asked about it, he just said, "Well, it just means I need to practice more."
And then they said, what's the secret to your style? It's like, no matter where I go in the world, before I go out and see sights and stuff, I take a guitar lesson from anybody I can find because they might know something I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really dedicated. And what are there, maybe with everything they dug up, including like you looking at me, looking at you and stuff like that, there's about 17 to 20 songs tops from Jakey, from Randy Rhoads. There is no bad one.
Yeah.
Why they left that song off the record was just because the albums were shorter then. No, there's just no room for this other great song.
Yeah, you can only fit 45 minutes on an LP before it starts sounding bad.
What's better though, the Ozzy after the first 2 records or the Black Sabbath with Dio? Discounting Live Evil, which is not recorded well.
Yeah. That's a tough one because those Dio records are so good.
Oh my God, the Mob Rules is like, you're like, is this it's like, this sounds like Ozzy's band, but like if they became like more of a metal band, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, I loved Mob Rules.
Heaven and Hell is all. I don't know which one I like better because like every song on Heaven and Hell is heartbreaking. Like I can listen to Wishing Well and just be like, that's it. That's why I can listen to that song all day.
Yeah.
Throw me a penny. Come on.
Wes Cagle says there was talk that Randy had already 1 foot out the door before his death, so we may not have even gotten another album with him.
I would say again. I believe all of that. Oh, go ahead if you want to read it again. I think I know what he's saying then.
There was talk that Randy was already had 1 foot out the door before his death, so we may not even gotten another album with him.
I believe what would have happened if he had lived, like everyone gets like fed up with Ozzy. Like we've seen like even the most successful person working with him as far as putting up with him, Zach Wild, even he had to have a side project. And even he's been to rehab like 3 times just from having to be around Ozzy. And we saw him on the Osbournes when he showed up and Ozzy like fell down the stairs and was talking in Chinese. And he's like, same shit every year. All right, what's the tour going to be like? So
well,
Ozzy will burn you out. I think he would have come back though. Like 10 years later, we would have gotten the third.
Didn't Robert Trujillo was his bass player at a time
for a while, yes.
Yep.
Before he went to Metallica.
I believe I saw the Ozzy tour with Trujillo, and would that be about during Jakey Lee's time, right? Or is that Randy? Am I getting him confused with Randy Castillo?
I don't think Trujillo started playing with him until after Zach Wild was playing.
Is he also in BLS? This guy?
Because yeah, like back when the other guys were playing, like Trujillo was in like Suicidal Tendencies and stuff.
Hello, Herc 130.
Hey, Herc. All right, everybody, get one more chance. Name that tune in 3 notes. Think about it. It's from 1994.
And Herc 130 says, all hail the mighty live? King Dolphin.
It is, in fact, Selling the Drama. Yes, by Live.
I was like, I know that song. I'm trying to think what it is. Yeah, it's Live. Is the band.
They were smart. They released their very, very best song on the album first. You're like, holy shit, what a poem. Oh, sorry about the curse.
Wes Kegel says Ozzy's solo is 1,000 times better than Dio Black Sabbath, and I'm a big Dio fan.
I would say
And-
it's obvious. It's definitely better than Dio solo, but I don't know if Ozzy past the point of Randy Rhoads. If we go past that, I don't know if Ozzy has a song as good as good old "Turn Up the Night," a song that's so good that I suspect that it might be Eddie Van Halen uncredited on that solo. There's a lot of Van Halen-ish stuff going on in that song, and they never played it live.
Dio versus Ozzy. We should never pit those two mighty forces of nature against each other. To do so is futile.
The best Dio concert I ever saw was Black Sabbath changed their name for the last 2 tours because Ozzy was such a litigious force suing them all. And they were faced with a lawsuit where Ozzy was suing them for 80% of everything they'd ever made since he left for defamation. And so they reformed as Heaven and Hell. And when you saw Heaven and Hell, you got the best Dio Sabbath concert ever because they didn't do any of the Ozzy material. So they were completely free. It was a 100% Dio show from the stuff from Computer God. Is that it? Or TV Crimes
Dehumanizer.
Dehumanizer. Thank you. I'm naming that's a great album too that comes along.
Yeah, that album is so
After
good.
All the Dead is so good.
Oh yeah.
I can see Lenrod and I would have a great time talking Black Sabbath.
I think so. Yeah.
The best Sabbath song post Ozzy is Neon Nights.
It's on the same. That is a great song. I would say that and Turn Up the Night are equally strong and sort of cut from the same cloth. But yeah, bloody angels fast ascending, moving on a never bending line. Phantom figures freed forever.
Oh, damn.
As long as you're on the Sabbath note, what do you think of the Tony Martin material?
I've saw the Tony Martin Sabbath a few times, and he was the only person who was capable to sing the breadth of the singers they had. But I kind of wish we'd had a better recorded and longer run with Ian Gillan. But that Deep Purple reunion was something that needed to happen. Had to happen, and Perfect Strangers is so good that even though it cost us another Sabbath album with that lineup, I'll take it.
Yeah. Although technically that record wasn't really supposed to be Black Sabbath, but
they tried to get a name
keep the name.
change.
Yeah.
They tried to change the name to Purple Sabbath because on keyboards they had another Deep Purple guy. They had the late John Lord.
Yeah.
Friends of mine saw that tour and they said half the material was Deep Purple. I would like to hear Richie Blackmore playing. I'm sorry, Tony Iommi playing the solos for something like a Highway Star.
Yeah.
Wes Kegel says it sounds like Redemption song.
It does sound a little like Redemption song.
Let's see. Starker Bayern says, I love Dio too, but, and then SP4H, hello SP4H. I think I said hello to you later. And I hope you're feeling much better from your previous travails. SP4H says Heaven and Hell was amazing.
It's such a good album. And
if you listen to Fools, The Mob Rules, Wes Kegel.
I want to just tell you, SP4H, that song will forever have a special place in my heart as the best Dio Sabbath song, if only because I got to talk about it when I got to be on Pop Culture Breakdown and we were talking about heavy metal. And they're like, what did you think, Admiral Teague? And I was like, I want to go out of my way to say, like, great use of Black Sabbath with the Mob Rules. And they got New York right.
Yeah, neat thing about that is heavy metal actually used the demo version of Mob Rules. It wasn't even the final cut.
There was something very different about that and E5150. And if our friends out there like Blue Oyster Cult, and gosh knows if you listen to Fire of Unknown Origin, there's actually Gary caught one when they reviewed it, but Lenrod, would you say about 3 to 5 songs on that album referred directly to heavy metal? Like, for instance, Heavy Metal, The Black and Silver?
Geez, yeah, probably. I don't think I've actually heard the whole record, though.
It's a great record. Oh, my gosh. Joan Crawford is a great song. It's Got Burning for You is the single. Every song on that album is super strong on Fire of Unknown Origin.
Let's see. I've drum covered Burning for You. I started working on I love Victim of the Psychic Wars. That's on heavy metal.
That's the one that ends up in heavy metal.
Yeah.
But I would just say, I'm living for giving the devil his due.
Yeah.
Anyone ever see the video where it's just the guitar player and he plays the keyboards and guitar and he shows exactly how much he does? Because Buck Dharma, the guitar player, sings Burning for You. It's not Eric Bloom, who also plays the guitar, but is their primary singer. And there's one version of the Burning for You video where it's just Buck Dharma and he's playing the keyboards and singing into the microphone. And then he just kind of turns forward, plays the guitar for most of the song, turns back to the keyboards, and then blows out that amazing guitar solo. And you're like, wow, this guy was just a force of nature.
Mm-hmm. The Sign of the Southern Cross is near perfection. Never heard that one.
It's about 7 minutes long. It is it's basically the Mob Rules answer to Children of the Sea. I like Children of the Sea just a little better than Sign of the Southern Cross, but the poem for Sign of the Southern Cross is really good, and the Southern Cross is an upside down cross. That's the analogy there. When Geezer Butler writes the lyrics, Dio is better.
Mm.
Yeah, Geezer writes some great stuff, that's for sure.
Oh my God, does he ever? You know what? I thought that they were all, like Church of England and stuff like that. But I finally read an interview with Geezer Butler and like, where did you get all this inspiration from? He's like, oh, I went to Catholic school. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. What do these guys had to?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
But yeah, look for the sign, the time, the sign of the Southern Cross. All right.
All right.
And of course, on Live Evil, everyone claps along. We're going to sing this with you, but we need your love and power.
Oh, okay. Wes Cagle says, question for the panel. I'm going to name 5 bands. Tell me what you think is their greatest song. Iron Maiden. Oh.
The Final Frontier, because it's about Star Trek. I like Satellite 1421, the drum solo that comes before Final Frontier. Listen to the song Satellite something / Final Frontier from the album Final Frontier. It's such a commercial, want you to love it Iron Maiden song. Very different from other Iron Maiden, but very, very good. So that's my Maiden one.
I have to go for Aces High just because Battle of Britain.
It's a great song. That would be close. Yeah, that might be my one.
It's like one of the strongest openers to any record ever.
I can't think of any. I like Iron Maiden. I just can't think of.
Be a rebel. Say Running Free. Like you only liked Iron Maiden when they were underground.
I forgot the name of that song, but the guy's ready to get executed.
Oh, Revelations.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay, next one.
I'm not afraid. Why am I crying? After all, I'm not afraid of dying.
Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath.
It's so hard. I have to give 2 answers. My favorite. Go ahead.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath is mine.
Jeez, you know what? You might have just changed my mind there because that's such a great song. The people who have crippled you, you're gonna see them burn. Just the validation that of his feelings of vengeance. It might be his best vocal performance. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Lenrod.
How about Into the Void for Black Sabbath with Ozzy and Children of the Sea for Ozzy with Dio. And Trash for Ozzy with Ian Gillan.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lenrod,
Dio the Hero.
So many different eras to go through and pick from. For Sabbath, I would have to say
do one per singer.
One per singer. We'll start with Ozzy. I would have to say Black Sabbath, the title track. That the 3 scariest notes ever written in music.
Okay.
It's so simple and so iconic that it just resonates.
Okay. Judas Priest. You got. I'll defer to you guys. I don't listen to a lot of Judas Priest.
It's not Turbo Lover. How about for Judas Priest? How about even though it's kind of early, it's like because it was such an iconic video and such a turning point in my feelings about music, I'm going to say, head out to the highway.
Lenrod?
I think my vote would probably have to be the song that killed Priest for many, many moons, Painkiller.
Oh, I know it. I thought you were going to say
Okay.
Another Thing Coming, because after that, it kind of gets thin for a while.
Oh yeah, but that was the album that kind of stopped Priest from existing for many years.
Mm.
But that song
Defenders of the
absolutely
Faith
slays.
is-
The whole record slays.
Defenders of the Faith kind of is like they turn a page after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how weird is it when Rob Halford's the Sabbath singer here and there for canceled dates where he just happens to be around? There's like three appearances over 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Metallica.
Enter Sandman because of the New York Yankees and Mariano Rivera. Absolutely. 50,000 people screaming and exit light, enter night to the other team while also simultaneously half of the people are just yelling F you at them. Yeah, that's a thing of beauty while you're watching your closer jog in. It's like a ritual. I will always love that song the best because of that.
Lenrod.
I would vote for Pastor of Muppets.
Pastor of Muppets. I love it. Me, I'm gonna go with 3. Enter Sandman, yeah. Especially since I finally learned how to do the drum cover on that one. Just gotta clean it up. My that's number 3. Number 2 would be Minus Human. I love the guitar on that and the lyrics. But my favorite right now is Devil's Dance. I love Devil's Dance.
One of the few Jason Newsted credited tracks. I think the only guy who only had like 4 songs with writing credits.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, and the last one. This is easy for me. Pink Floyd.
This one's very hard.
Lenrod first.
So much. I know the ones that I really like to play, but I think for me personally, I think Echoes, is the best one.
Okay.
That's like 20 minutes of awesomeness. It's like either that or just Shine On You Crazy Diamond parts 1 through 7.
Okay. Teague?
I should give the crazy answer first. On the Run. No, you know what? I got to split that one in half too. For the real Pink Floyd that we are most familiar with Roger Waters, I'm going to say Time. And for the other Pink Floyd that was equally valid but different, they were serious but not like super profound, I'm going to say On the Turning Away is an amazing song and poem.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine. Okay, I'm going to say mine and I'm going to go to the chat because they're coming up with some great names. Mine is Dogs from the Animals album.
Yeah.
No, Dogs.
Okay, yeah. They have another Dog song much later on. Sorry.
No, I think the Animals is the best album and Dogs is the best song.
It's so hard to pick
live
songs.
If you're at a Roger Waters show and you have to swallow your pride and be like, oh, I have to be in the presence of Roger Waters, but he's great. And he actually is great, but like Pigs is like the highlight of the show.
Oh, I like Pigs too, but I think Dogs is better. Okay, let's go
a
on.
Better song. Live, that's a real moment for Roger Waters.
Okay. All right, let's start with the chat here. Legatus Legionai says Iron Maiden Power Slave. He doesn't have one for Black Sabbath. Judas Priest is Breaking the Law. Enter Sandman for Metallica, and another Brick in the Wall.
Which part? There's like 3 parts.
Hurt 130
too, right?
Yeah.
Hurt for 130. Oh, Run for the Hills. That works too. Run for the Hills. Iron Man. You got another one coming. Enter Sandman.
That's the best lyrics in all of Judas Priest. Is You Got Another Thing Coming. That poem is really good on its own.
And Comfortably Numb. Not my favorite, but my opinion of their greatest songs. Okay.
I've heard that played for too many people who went a little too comfortable and too numb and stayed very numb. So,
okay. Kegel says The Trooper.
Strong choice.
Hole in the Sky.
What a
yeah.
great song. Oh,
Yeah.
great riff. Wow. One of Tony Iommi's greatest riffs.
Oh, in the sky.
When that riff just kicks in, it is not taken. It just, you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
Sorry. We have great enthusiasm for Black Sabbath on this panel right now.
Oh yeah. Judas Priest, the Hellion, Electric Eye.
The Hellion is a really good song. That's the Hellion and Electric Eye are like two pieces. One, the first is an instrumental. That is a really good song.
Basically,
and
the
I
intro
think they
to Electric.
write that one. They write that one, right? Or is that Rob Halligan Jr., whoever that may be?
I'm not sure.
Strange writing credits on all Judas Priest records, but they're a great band.
Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I don't think I've heard that one.
You've heard that one. It's on the eponymous album. It's a pretty big song. There's that's one of the ones that I think there's also a Megadeth version of with a different name. Is it Looking Down the Cross? Mechanics. No, Mechanics is the Four Horsemen.
Four Horsemen is the Mechanics.
Right, because Mechanics is first.
And Pink Floyd,
lower tempo.
And Pink Floyd, Brain Damage, Eclipse.
Yeah.
All great choices. Brain Damage, Eclipse are great.
Wes Cagle says Echoes and Shine are both close seconds to me. On the Turning Away is a great one.
It's so melancholy. It's so bittersweet. It's a feeling we've all experienced, but like only Pink Floyd will go there and have a whole 6-minute song about it. And when David Gilmour rips into that solo, man, you feel all of his emotion.
Herc 130 says, I saw Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking live at the Summit at Houston. It was amazing.
That album's really good. I heard the breakup story for Pink Floyd was he bought them the final cut and Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, and they're like, we like the final cut better. We'll do that, and then we want you to move on, mate. And he's like, what? And they're like, yeah, we're a little tired of this control freak thing you have going.
I'm sure when saying Brick in the Wall, everyone usually means part 2.
I would ask Lenrod, what's your favorite part of Brick in the Wall? I would say, for me, it's part 1.
Yeah, I'd have to say part 1 too. Just that quiet opener, and it's like, Daddy's gone across the ocean. It's like it's epic. Like it really sets the mood for the whole album.
Leave behind for me.
Yeah, the dynamics of it when it gets really loud, then back to quiet again.
You don't exactly put the Pink Floyd on when you're having a wild party at your house. That's when you want to grab like an early Van Halen record. Yeah, you put the Pink Floyd on when you want people to go home. It's like, okay, everybody, it's side 2 of Dark Side of the Moon.
Stark says, Fairies Wear Boots. Not a popular choice, but I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that song. It's also known as Jack the Stripper, depending upon whether you have the American or British record. Isn't that right, Lenrod?
Actually, I think Jack the Stripper is the name of the intro to the song.
And Rat Salad is just kind of like either it's on the album credits or it's not, but it's on both versions of the album, right? Because sometimes we got Rat Salad in the mix.
Rat
like,
Salad
which
is like
one is really which?
Drum solo song.
Yeah, down out.
I know what you're talking. Yeah,
down out.
Okay.
And the only cover by Black Sabbath, isn't it Evil Woman, right? They were forced to do that one. It's someone else's song, like Hermits or someone ridiculous.
Yeah, that's an older one. That was, I want to say it was released as like a bonus track on the first album if you had the right copy of it.
Okay, let's see. Phantom Outsider is asking Teague, did you see the live version of Enter Sandman Metallica played for Mariano at the stadium for his retirement?
I saw it on TV because tickets for that game were over $500 to walk in the door. Because
Brutal.
Mariano Rivera will be in the Hall of Fame. How many minutes after the ink dries on the ballot? Like, don't even bother voting. He's the greatest of all time. He had is it 200 saves and something like 50 postseason saves and like 2 wins and 2 losses. Yeah, no one's ever going to do that again, throwing one pitch over and over that no one can hit for 20 years. My God.
When did he retire?
Mariano Rivera retired about 2009, a little bit before Jeter, 1 season, because he got really badly hurt and missed the season and only stayed on 1 more to prove he was okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
Of course,
they
I
should
don't like
fire
the
the manager.
of course, I don't like the Yankees, so.
Are you a Met fan?
No, I used to be an Indians fan.
Oh yeah, go Guardians. Well, there are no Indians
Well-
anymore. You should check out the Yankees.
No.
Did you
No,
know that
I-
George Steinbrenner tried to buy the Indians and was turned down by the ownership? They thought he was too unsavory, so he went and bought the Yankees.
Yeah, no. If I were to go for a team, it'd probably be the Nationals.
They have
As
a
Wisconsin
great
native,
name.
Brewers all the way.
Go
True.
Brew Crew. I am sad that the guy doesn't roll down the slide into the big thing of beer anymore, that they had to change that to family friendly, because there's nothing more baseball like than a drunken crazy caveman rolling down a slide into a giant mug of beer. That was baseball for you people.
That is the dream. That is what all of us Wisconsinites live to do, is to roll down the slide into a giant jug of beer.
Oh,
Lion and
nice.
Kugels, I assume, sir?
Spotted cow.
Okay.
Phantom says he's already in the hall. Okay.
Oh, was he unanimously inducted in? That, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I remember. And Derek Jeter's in the Hall of Fame. And one of my friends is related to a Hall of Famer who was a Met, and he's like, I got to tell you something. Like, so and so was my cousin, and I got to accept the plaque for him at Cooperstown because the guy had sadly passed away young, and all I could say is, "Oh my God, did you meet Darryl Strawberry and Derek Jeter?"
Phantom Outsider said Cleveland did a bad thing. They had eliminated the Indians. Guardians is unacceptable. Yes, so true.
Yeah,
So true.
They have a lot of the same letters in the same order is the only reason you have that name. They should have reached an arrangement, but the thing is, when I was in college, the college changed the name of the team, and I didn't like the name change, but they're like, everyone in New York hates the name Patriots. We have to change the name of the team, and we've come up with this. It's the Seawolves, and everyone's like, why? And they're like, we're glad you asked. There is no such thing as a seawolf, so we'll never get sucked into some kind of charity, and no one can be cruel to them, and we'll never have to save them. So seawolves it is. And I was like, wow, they are smart here.
That's sound logic right there.
Yep.
The example they gave was the Florida team called themselves the Panthers, and the Panther was rediscovered, and now they're into it for $10 million a year trying to save this near extinct thing that's not going to make it. So screw that. We're going with a mythical animal. If we don't get this one, we're going with the Stony Brook Dragons.
All right. I think at this point, since I do have the show tomorrow, I'm going to start winding this down. I really appreciate how quickly the chat built up here.
And everyone who came seems to have stayed. We have very good retention. Thank you, everybody. That's such a compliment.
Yes,
Indeed.
definitely. But yeah, since I've got one, I'm not Doomcock, so it's like I need to get a little bit of rest to be able to do 2 in a row. Last time I did a few in a row, I was right during my bronchitis, and it was not a pretty sight. So what were you going to say, T?
For anyone who's never done this, it is after you're done. First of all, while you're doing this, reading becomes extremely hard because you're doing 4 or 5 things at once. You're trying to be a good host, you're trying to acknowledge everybody, and you're trying to be a good moderator. At the same time, you're trying to read the chats. And you know what? Your ability to read falls to like 2nd grade level. Everyone gets mild dyslexia. And I can sometimes be physically tired after it because I put an effort into my shows, and I know how Raymond feels. So if you haven't hit the like and follow buttons, please do so, because Raymond and Sandra have been putting it out there and doing a great job. And this is such a hospitable place to be. And I want to thank you.
Well, thank you, T. I appreciate that. And hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. Well, first, Snorty says, is it time to quote Pudgy? Yes, give me a second. We will do that. Anti-Derivative Jill is asking, Anti-Derivative Jill is asking, hello, Anti-Derivative Jill, by the way. Hello, you're streaming tomorrow? Yes, we are. This was just a spur of the moment thing. I wanted to come on just to check out who is going to come on, and kind of prep for tomorrow. But yes, we're doing a stream tomorrow, so you are more than welcome to come on tomorrow for the Sunday stream.
Holy cow! I actually get to do a Sunday stream this week.
Oh, you do?
I'm banned
Awesome.
from my house.
Awesome.
My mom is sick right now, and she's just quarantining the building. It's like nobody's allowed to come over while I'm sick. I'm like, okay, Mom.
Hey, Lenrod, I left you a private chat, by the way.
Oh, let's see.
Do
a saving.
In fairness, who is a Doomcock? The man is no equal. That's true.
That is true. That is true. One man steps to the microphone and 100 voices come with him, right?
Yep.
I came up with that one myself.
Yep. Their grandkids were left early, so he decided to trick us into a quick podcast. Well, yes, that was all part of my evil plan. Let's see.
There's a pokey thing in my leg.
Let's see. As usual, I will join the pod when I get done gaming with the Bear Nerds. Well, let us know how you do on the Bear Nerds when you take out the Bear Nerds. All right. Let's see. And hello, Anti-Derivative Jill. Let's see. Let's get to the show notes.
Shows with Mr. Ray. Shows with Sandra too. Mr. Raymond, push the button.
Okay, so this is the show notes time. Let's see, where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, tomorrow is the Sunday night live, uncensored, unfettered, unabashed, and unforgiven. The Sunday episode of Just Cuz. On the 29th, we're going to talk about scouting with the Huffs. On the 2nd, we'll do Just Cuz. On the 6th, we're going to have someone from E3D Printing, a 3D printing place. And I wanted to take a look at some of their products and bring them on. And on the 10th, we will have another Sunday show because I'll be on an away mission on the 9th. So that is show notes for tonight. The 0.5 version of Just Cuz. Let's see. Snort says, fortunately, I don't have a mic, so I can't sing like Pudgy. No one can do Pudgy like Pudgy. Hail, Pudgy. Hope you are enjoying your trip with Mama Eagle, and we'll be back to do the usual shenanigans with the pod. Let's see. Okay, so let's close out. Cat Infinity says Ornella Muti as Princess Aura is a delight. Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's see here. Okay.
This segment is brought to you by thedolphinboys.com. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. With Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. Dun.
Okay, Snorter Poopa says, Take care, every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, and banana slug. Banana slug.
Sluggy
Okay.
love.
Sluggy love. It's driving me wild. It's making me crazy, crazy. Sluggy love. It's driving me wild. Okay. All right. Before I thank the panel, I'm going to thank the chatters who just happened to come in on the spur of the moment to have a great time here with the pod. We had Captain Fandom Nerd who came in on the panel. We had Captain Infinity. We had Disney Sheepherder, Herc 130, Jim's Landscape, Carla Burton, who came on the panel, Nighthawk, welcome. We had the great Phantom Outsider. We had SP4H, Taylor Swift greater than Disney, also known as Matt G. The first one, the latest brand new visitor is Tom Nuz. Welcome, Tom, and hope you have subscribed and look forward to more fun in the chat in the pod. Wes Cagle, thank you for being here and for the chat. And then the amazing Wrench team, who keeps things going here, keeps things from going crazy. My producer, Sandra, and the amazing chef for Thanksgiving, and Baker, and part of Cooking with Sandra. The bread was great. John Randall, the co-host, who was on for in the chat but couldn't make it on. The amazing anti-derivative Jill. Check out her channel.
Hail
Jill. Check out her channel, and she will be making her amazing reviews on Star Trek.
On TOS, yes.
Yes.
Although I believe it'll be TNG pretty soon, right? We only have about 20 episodes, about 15 or less episodes left of TOS.
Yeah. We had Legatus Legionary, who does his amazing research. He wasn't on the first time tonight, but that's because I caught him by surprise. But yes, the great Legatus Legionary. Stark of Iron, who is working on his channel stuff. And I guess he's going to have an after-hours show tomorrow.
Got a full day of entertainment. You're on, I'm on, then Tony's on, and then Tony's on with me. Before that, it's gonna be a blast tomorrow. What time are you going on? I want to.
I'll be on 4 to 8 tomorrow.
Eastern time, right?
Yeah, we're all
4 to 8 Eastern.
We have a small overlap. It's not huge.
Okay. All right. Infinity, I vote Alec 451 starts a live stream. Jill says, yes, I'm sad that I'm running out of TOS.
Is it gonna be TNG next, Jill?
How about the animated series?
I think they did that. I think they covered that.
Yeah, they do that.
I think Jill covered. I know she's talked about it. I don't know if she finished it, but I think that TAS is kind of out of the equation right now.
Yeah, because she does it with Pop Culture Curator.
Right.
Yeah. We had
still the best Star Trek cartoon, by the way.
Oh, I agree. I agree totally.
By a lot.
It all should be canon, not just one episode.
Whoa, Jill is not doing TNG. Wow. Are you going to do other Star Trek, or is this going to be something completely different? Could it be Space 1999?
Maybe she'll move. Maybe she'll move UFO. Yeah, but UFO is only one season. I'm sure she's
covered UFO.
Yeah, she did.
If she's not
let's
done
see.
with it, she's done a lot. But it's
Okay.
always fun to hear her UFO reviews.
Yeah. We had the Comic Relief Crusader on. Let's see. And of course, we got the baddest bear, the hardest working bear on the internet. I know we don't have the music, but oh well. Oh, there's Snoop. We got a Snoopy sighting. A good Snoopy sighting. Hail Snoopy. Yep, there's Snoopy. Hail to the Snoop.
Snoopification.
Yeah, snoopification. But yes. Snort poopas! Dot. No, wait. No, sorry. Snort poopas! Cuba. Don't scream. Ah! Great show. See you tomorrow, everybody. And Sniffles and Major Kong will be here. Make sure you have your fallout shelters ready. Uh-oh. When they're talking about fallout shelters, I worry.
Can I just quickly thank the 29 bots that have joined my stream since we last checked? Thank you all. We'll be dispatching a Blade Runner very soon. Would you like to be a Blade Runner? Join my channel and help me kill bots for the next 3 months.
He says,
YouTube, it's the life we chose for ourselves.
She says, for all mankind. Finity says, vote Jill Covers the Prisoner.
But after she sings that 3-minute song, what's left? That's a 3-minute song.
I'll start my UFO again next year. She hasn't finished on. And there's Admiral Teague's channel.
Yes, and we added one more bot since that last update. Thank you to the bot. And like I said, if you want to be a Blade Runner, join Saving Star Trek. We got plenty of artificial life forms to take out. You get a really cool gun.
And there is the Clobbering Times. Make sure you check the channel tonight for the Voyager reviews. That's okay, Carla. Come on by tomorrow. We've got a spot open at the kitty table for you. Leftover Thanksgiving desserts, along with the eclairs and the usual foodstuffs at the kitty table. Jen says, subscribe to Admiral Teague.
Especially if you're a bot. If you're a human, you'll like it too. But come for the humans. Stay for all the bots that I'll be slaying.
You'll be doing a man's job. Join SST, whatever SST is.
That's because I'm an upload of Holden's memories, just like Deckard is.
Okay.
My pet theory, why not clone the mind of your best Blade Runner? Deckard says it, they're like, you're the best, but he's like, Holden's the best. Let's talk to Dave.
Okay. And I'd like to thank this amazing chat panel. Thank you for coming on short notice, Admiral Teague. And please subscribe to this
pleasure.
channel.
Thank you so much for having me, and to the other panelists, Dalek. Really great conversation about Doctor Who. Thanks to you and the chat for helping me out with some great information. I appreciate it. And I'm pleased to announce that some unspecified date in the future, Lenrod will be on Saving Star Trek.
Awesome. Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
And we'll be talking a lot about Black Sabbath that night, I'm sure.
Probably.
All right. Okay. And speaking of which, thank you for popping on, Lenrod. Hope I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time. And since I'm banned from home, I'll be here.
All right. Awesome. We'll see. We'll entertain you here. Jill says, I've had too many leftovers by now. I need to freeze them. Yeah. Let's see. And Dalek, thank you for popping in on this short notice on this surprise stream. And hope to see you tomorrow.
It was my pleasure as always, Raymond, and I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow night. Don't you worry about that.
All right. Let's see.
Star Trek will start a little bit later than usual tomorrow, so there's not as much conflict. I hereby yield 30 minutes to my friends in the pod.
All right. I appreciate it.
The power
And
of the
there's-
pod
you know what?
compels you.
The power of
we
the
grow-
pod compels you. Yes.
We grow together. I do have an established time that I go on, so I don't want to go that far off of it. But like all you wonderful people and all my friends in the pod, I yield a half an hour to my wonderful friends in the pod. Saving
All
Star
right.
will start at half past tomorrow.
All right. And there's Dalek's channel. All right. So everybody, you have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow on the Sunday night version of Just Cuz. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy. Make sure if you're going to the Clobbering Treks show tonight that you announce that you're doing a pod raid. Let's see.
You got it.
All caps.
Yes, all caps.
And when you're done here tomorrow, please pod raid Saving Star Trek.
Yes, please pod raid
Yes.
Saving Star Trek.
Tell
Pod
them that Raymond
raid.
and Sandra sent you.
Yes, pod raid.
And we put on 3 more bots. Thank you very much. And maybe 1 real person. That's about the ratio. So if you've joined me, I thank you very much.
Hey, bots, come my way.
Ridiculous. This
Come
is
my
really
way.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like you have to laugh. It's the second time this BS has happened. It's ridiculous.
Comic Relief says, I just finished Doctor Who. What the actual Oh, it is so bad. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Yep. On that happy note, we will see you all tomorrow night. Have a great night. Get ready to savage Star Trek Voyager, and we will.
I like Voyager.
Yeah. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care, all.
Woo! Thank you, everybody. Hit those like and
Night.
follows for our pal from the pod.
Night, all. Love you all.
Laters.
This segment is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Oh, okay. Hold on a sec.
Oh.